are D-Nox Beckers and we welcome you to our music cave, to our studio.
Yeah, we are a German electronic music duo. Now not so much anymore because this mister is living in Brazil meanwhile.
I was born in Thüringen, which used to be the Soviet part of Germany. In the age of 30, my parents decided to escape through Hungary to West Germany. This is how I ended up living in Düsseldorf, which was already considered to be a capital for electronic music. Bands like Kraftwerk are from Düsseldorf. I was 13, 14, 15 years. I started to go out to those teenager discotheques, disco clubs, and I was always too shy to dance. This is when I decided to become a DJ. But also now, my father, he used to play in bands, he had instruments at home, there was always music around me, so I wasn't too far from that. And then the new music came from England and from the United States, late 80s, early 90s, which was called techno music. Right away with this new sound. I was listening rock and pop music from the 80s before, and this new sound got me like, wow, what a thing. I mean, we were like blown away. It took me 10 years to meet Beckers. We said like, let's try one, and the first record somehow
worked surprisingly good.
Yeah, we had some success with that, and since then we didn't stop making music together.
My story was a little bit different to that. I had more like a classical background, started playing the piano with the age of 7 or something, and then later on with 12, 13, say let's start a band. Been playing any kinds of bands, from hard rock to a funk band. I had a top 40 band. I did almost everything, and then it took me a little bit longer to really get in contact with electronic dance music. After a while I started realizing, okay, there's more going on, and a lot of rules that I learned all my life about music were not applying, but there were new rules applied. I really liked that the rhythmical element of music gets a little bit more important, it gets more on the front, like the rhythmical part, because in the end it's dance music. But then it took a few years that I started understanding this music. I heard already early on that Chris D-Nox is one of the guys that takes it already more serious than most of the people, so it was kind of a logical consequence that our ways crossed at some point.
When I started to become a DJ, it was more like a thing I did for myself. But until I got to know you and we started to make records together, it was like a roller coaster. Celebrating 20 years of our project, I wanted to give something back to the people because we got support through all these years. We have a loyal fan base. And last year in Ibiza, we went to Ibiza for a week. So when I actually pointed out to you the idea of making an album, and you were like, actually, yeah, but without any deadline, without any pressure. So we have 12 new tracks, and we managed to mix those 12 tracks into a DJ mix. So now we have an album, single tracks, but also all 12 tracks mixed in a DJ mix, which we would like to give exclusively for 1 month to the We Are One platform, to the We Are One family. It turned out that we have, I think, 2 or 3 collaborations on our album. We have a song made with a vocalist from Australia, from Melbourne. And we have a song made with a DJ and producer from Italy. And we have a song made very, how could I forget, with Sad Schwarz, one of the owners of We Are One. So this is why we have the whole thing going on actually. Sad is part of our album, and the song is actually named after his newborn child, Romeo.
There's also, by the way, a little story to to that track, maybe.
Anecdote.
Yeah, because later we got a little tired. You brought some coffees for us, and I don't know how I did it, but I somehow spilled the whole coffee into my laptop, and it kind of died that day. You know, I was still turning it over. It was dripping out. The music stopped, continued playing, but the next day the laptop was dead. Like this track and another track were gone, erased. But then it was just like a couple of months ago that we found out, hey, I still have an own master that I did of the track, and we listened to it here in the studio, and we were both like, man, that sounds really good. I think we can just exactly take it like it is. There's nothing that we want to add or change, actually.
I met Seth at Boom Festival 2023 in Portugal. I was playing a secret DJ set on the smaller stage after I finished my main set. And there was this guy with his flower power sort of, you know, hat, and he was like, can I play a violin together to your set? And I don't really like that, because you never know what you get, if the guy knows how to play or not. But to my surprise, he plays really well. He started to play the first notes and I got goosebumps, and I was like, I almost had to hide some teardrops actually. It was like so emotional in the moment, and he got to manage the whole dance floor with the show he was doing. So this is when I connected to him. Of course, we stay in touch, we start writing, and we had the idea, let's make a track together. That song that he just said that we actually lost while he was spilling coffee in the computer. So we have that coffee accident, Seth Schwarz track, named after his newborn. Very cool story. To all our hardcore fans, to all the people that like our music, and to those that don't our music but are maybe keen after listening our story now, subscribe to We Are One. Our album's gonna be there for at least 1 month, exclusive. Make sure you get there and listen to our album.
So why the We Are One platform maybe stands out is it has a really fair paying structure to the artist, you know, because nowadays the music industry can be pretty unfair.
We Are One has created a new key how to pay the artist 70%, and only 30% stays with the company, which is unheard, very new and very interesting. So whoever believes in fair share to the artist and giving space for artists to be creative and without selling them out to the devil, then We Are One is the place to be.